there's only two ways out of a private mortgage. But when you don't qualify and you don't meet the bank's guidelines, and you need to look into the private space, there's kind of two types of private mortgage, if you will. And in the beginning there, you referred to them as a 14% mortgage and then a 28% mortgage. And it can be, in and around 14. It can be in and around 28. It could be bigger, heavier than 28%. But it's easier to conceptualize if people understand there's sort of two tiers. And one would be the private loan that performs much like a bridge loan. Okay. And the private loan that is kind of almost impossible to get out of. Right. So it's almost you know, there's a sort of a running joke in the private space about the loan to own program, right? And people in that highest tier of private mortgage paying the highest total cost of borrowing are usually people who are delaying the inevitable, right? That they're going to have to sell the property, or it's going to be sold under power of sale. And you certainly don't want to be in that category. But I'm going to distinguish between the two because it's very important to understand them. So when I say, a bridge loan, a private loan that behaves as a bridge, we're talking about, you might call it an ethical private mortgage, because private mortgages, although expensive, they are sustainable for a short period of time, and they should be designed, right, from an ethical perspective. The idea should be, yes, it's going to cost more to get a private loan, but it's a bridge back to the bank, right? So it's an opportunity to get something short term that you do qualify for, so that you can access the equity in the house, which you can take and use to solve some financial problem that's keeping you from qualifying at a bank, if that makes sense.